Travelers were told to leave their hotels 5 hours before their flight.
When a female consumes 4 or a male drinks 5 alcoholic beverages, it's considered binge drinking. This is SB 1030, but this is a draft of another beer bill. The ice is actually colder and harder, which makes it easier for a rock to glide.
Of those who reside in Prescott, about 1,000 are currently living with Alzheimer's. Right now, Doug Ducey is currently leading at 54% for governor.
The number of foster kids may have been increasing, but the number of foster parents has not. But in order to raise the minimum wage for all workers, he'll need Congress behind him. Live in Washington, live in the broadcast center.
Live from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. Live in Phoenix. Live from Prescott,
Mackenzie Scott,
Cronkite News. Same-sex couples were rushing to marry after it was announced that Arizona became the 31st state to legalize same-sex marriage.
Do you know what number you were of people who got married today?
We were actually number 1.
You were number 1?
Yeah, we got married first.
Friday morning, Attorney General Tom Horne announced that he would not appeal the court ruling allowing same-sex couples to marry. Couples like Kevin Patterson and David Lawrence, who are already parents to their 2 adopted daughters. They married immediately.
Yay, everybody!
College sweethearts Karen Bailey and Nella Majors have waited decades for this day.
Never would we have believed this could have happened 57 years ago, because it was a time that you didn't talk about it even. But it's a wonderful day today.
The day of first didn't end with just same-sex couples getting married. For Phoenix Municipal Court Judge Kevin Kane, it was the very first time he's officiated a marriage.
I was the first openly gay man on the bench, and people have asked me over the years if I would perform marriages, and I said I'm only going to perform a marriage when it's legal for everybody to be married, and that day has come today, and I'm very proud and honored to be a part of it.
And for Patterson, being married means that his daughters will never be taken away from his husband.
In Arizona, we can only have 1 adoptive parent, and so in the event that something were to happen to me as their adoptive parent, there is a chance that they would go back into the system. And so in order to protect them and give them the best future with the family that chose them, it's just nice to have 2 parents now on their birth certificate and on the adoption decree.
The wait for history may have been grueling, but the results were nothing but pure joy.
Kevin and David waited years for this historical day, and how they decided to celebrate their first day as a married couple was take their daughters to McDonald's for a Happy Meal. Live in Phoenix, Mackenzie Scott, Cronkite News.
Sunny, as the weather heats up, the favorite time of most elementary students' day is when the bell rings for recess. But while most students spend that time playing on the playground, not all are able to. I traveled to Prescott Valley, where one school has made it possible for all kids to have that childhood experience. Playing on a playground is a rite of passage, but for some of these children, it's a new experience.
I heard a broadcast on inclusive playgrounds that were being developed throughout the country, and I thought, why not at Mountain View?
Helping kids with disabilities is a passion for Mountain View teacher Joanne Hayden, who transformed that spark of an idea into this. A playground where more than 20 Prescott Valley students with moderate to severe disabilities are now able to experience childhood joys many take for granted.
They would walk around the playground and watch all the other children playing on equipment that they couldn't play on.
The playground was not cheap. A $55,000 grant from the Yavapai County Community Foundation made it possible.
They really appreciated the way we approached them and our plan, our idea, and so we got what turned out to be the biggest grant they've ever given.
And it's not just physically challenged students who enjoy the inclusive playground. Those students who need help are teamed up as a part of a buddy program.
They just want to do what you're doing. They want to have fun. It's just a pleasure being with them, and it's fun. It's fun. I'd rather be with them.
Mountain View Elementary School, a place where all children can learn, a place where all children can play.
No matter what the challenge is, the students are learning to overcome them together. Mountain View Elementary's principal told me that their special needs population has actually grown, since some families are now moving into the area just because of this new inclusive playground. Live in the broadcast center, Mackenzie Scott, Cronkite News. The number of foster kids may have been increasing, but the number of foster parents has not, which has resulted in foster kids sleeping in state offices instead of bedrooms. This play area used to be office space, but at night, 3 rooms are converted to bedrooms when needed. This is the Arizona Department of Child Safety's temporary solution to the overflow of foster children that need housing.
Any kid that is pulled after hours that we do not find a placement for would come here at 6 Monday through Friday or on the weekends. So we've had as many as 16.
For foster mom and president of the Arizona Association for Foster and Adoptive Parents, Chris Jacober thinks there could have been a better solution.
It seems a sad state of affairs when the state's response to too many kids in foster care is to paint an office and put some decals on the wall and cots in there. I sure would like to see some more activity toward how do we make this go away.
Retention is one factor resulting in lack of foster parents. Another, the long process to becoming approved, which includes 30 hours of training.
I didn't find it to be difficult. I found it to be important, but they did go through every part of your life, financially, physically, your home, to make sure that you would be a good fit for the kids.
DCS is just starting to see the number of kids sleeping in state buildings drop due to the increase of group homes.
The department has really focused on bringing in group homes. So we're seeing group homes actually increase, and we're seeing them increase more and more daily.
That could be the answer that helps get a child from a cot to a bed. While most states have seen a decrease in foster kids, Arizona has the second highest number coming into the system in the nation. Live from the Media Center, Mackenzie Scott, Cronkite News.